Well, I hope the Supreme Court in America is not like Canada and votes on behalf of these two gay guys who want to force this religious baker in Colorado to make them a cake, right? Which is crazy, which is nonsense. It's like they probably went from baker to baker, right? From store to store, asking them, "Hey, will you make us a cake?" And then they eventually came across one that didn't, and they're like, "Sweet, nice. Now we can make a lot of money." Right? Because in Colorado, you're not allowed to refuse somebody based on their sex or whatever, or how they identify, if they're gay, whatnot. So they were trying to get him on the state law, and now he's trying to bring it to the Supreme Court to, uphold his religious freedoms and, freedom of association, essentially, freedom of speech, right? Should this guy have the right to refuse people based on his religion? And in my opinion, he should have that right. It's having a cake made for you is not a life and death situation, right? It really is not. And if they don't make you a cake, you can go to one of the other 500 stores that do make a cake, or you can go home and literally bake your own cake. So it's like, do you really have to try to destroy this guy's life to have your fucking wedding? Like, seriously, clearly this was for publicity on their part. They wanted publicity, they wanted money, etc. And this has nothing to do with them championing gay rights, etc. It's them trying to impose their beliefs on other people. They're complaining about the Christians and this and that, but it's like, no, you're the ones imposing your belief, right? Because that Christian isn't going out of his way to find you and be like, "Hey, I'm not going to make you a cake." But you're literally going out of your way to find bakers who won't make you cakes, and then you can take them to court and make a lot of fucking money off of them, essentially. So the people in the wrong in this situation, the scumbags in this situation, are the two gay dudes. And the person in the right is the religious guy. And I'm not even religious. I don't believe in what that guy believes, but I believe in freedom of association, freedom of religion, and these things. And I even think a lot of the racial discrimination laws, where you're not allowed to discriminate against races and stuff, is actually stupid too. I think these things often get abused, misused, and oftentimes create more racism, more bigotry, whatever you want to call it. Because now, like, somebody gets fired for being gay, and then they're going to come back and be like, "Oh, he fired me for being gay." It's like, no, you're just a bad worker. And then after this whole experience gets done, they get all, like, this guy said, "I'll pay out this gay guy." Now he's going to resent gay people more. And after this whole ordeal with the cake thing, the baker probably isn't going to like gay people as much as he may have before, right? And a lot of religious people are becoming more and more progressive on the gay issue all the time. And that didn't require the government to come in and make laws for them to change their minds. By you coming in now to create laws to do that, that's going to create more hate, more resentment amongst these people. So the laws you're trying to make to help people is, in my opinion, going to be counterintuitive, right? It's going to create more hate, more bigotry, etc. So, hopefully the Supreme Court has a brain and doesn't rule on this in their favor, and rules on the religious person's favor, because freedom of speech, these things are very important, and people's emotions and shit are not. And if you get your feelings hurt because somebody won't do something for you, then that's just what you're gonna have to deal with. So that's pretty much all I had to say. If you like my opinion, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.